Okay, that's good.
All of you can stand right here.
Oh, okay, so it'll be okay.
Yeah.
A little interview action.
Okay, viewers, another treat for you today. I'm live on location. I'm with my customer here. His name is Jordan. Jordan, tell him how old you are.
I'm 20 years old.
Now, just for your information, Jordan represents not my typical demographic. My typical demographic is a guy over the age of 50 or a woman. That's my general demographic. So he represents the kind of the anomaly in the moment. And as I was telling Jordan, because I've been at his house, probably been here 20 minutes or so, I've already started to work on your car.
Yep.
We've had a little conversation. I kind of prepped him for this video and said, hey Jordan, you seem like a pretty nice guy, and he is. Maybe this would be a good moment to actually interview you and ask some questions as a customer to teach these guys out there that are trying to get into the business what goes on in your mind. So I've kind of prepped him. I told him the questions I would be asking him so he could prepare a little bit. But verify this for me.
Yeah.
What did I say was most important about being just candid and honest? Did I ask you that or inform you?
Very much ask me that. It's about being real here.
Yes.
As real as you can.
So in other words, I don't want you to blow sunshine up my butt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now in defense of Jordan, I have not finished the work on your car, correct?
Yep. Just the wheels so far.
So the reality is you very well could be disappointed when I'm done, correct?
Very well could be.
Okay.
Yep.
So how much time did I spend on the phone and in person assessing your car and asking you specific questions? And because you are working with a budget, correct?
Yeah, correct.
And what did you tell me that budget was?
$150 to $200, right around that range.
Perfect. Now, I asked him pretty extensive questions on the phone.
Yeah.
What kind of car? What color? What year? Why are you detailing it? You just acquired it.
Yep.
It was a new or a used car, and I think this makes you number 3 owner.
Yes, third owner.
Okay.
Third owner, correct.
And when did you get this car?
The 26th of February.
Okay.
To the exact date.
Today's what, like the 9th
11th.
of March? 11th.
Yeah.
Wow. Say days fly by.
Time's going too quick.
So tell us about your car. Tell us what is the model and what is the year and how many miles.
So this is a 2001 BMW E39 M5. E39 is the chassis model.
Perfect. That's what I was looking for. That's the chassis model. Mercedes, most manufacturers have a model.
Yep.
But most importantly, what people will recognize more is the M5.
Yes, that badge, that famous badge.
Yes, and with that badge comes a lot of performance.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Big V8 here.
Yes. This is not your entry-level BMW.
Not at all.
Especially when it was brand new.
Oh, yeah.
And do you know what this car retailed for brand new?
Yes, it's actually about $75,000.
And that was how many years ago?
14.
Yeah, so in today's dollars, that would be probably approaching $120,000.
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah. So you went the smart route, you bought used. Okay, so next set of questions is why? Because you don't represent the typical demographic.
Yeah.
And generally, as a rule, the younger you are, the more you're just going to do what I call price shopping. It's like, okay, I'm on a budget. Who's the cheapest guy in town?
Yep.
Now, did you start on that road to begin with, or you already knew that that wasn't the way you operate?
Well, you know, I've owned a couple previous cars, probably like 4 or 5 cars before this. So I've never really been interested in, you know, getting cars at the dealership or anything like that. I always knew that I get my best deal on Craigslist.
Bingo. So buying used, allowing the original owner to take the hit and depreciation first.
Yep.
So see, he represents the anomaly in so many ways because he talks, and I told him this. I said he doesn't act like your typical 20-year-old. He's much more mature, and you can just tell by the way he talks, the words he uses, which is what I try to teach them.
Yeah.
And how I conduct business on the phone when I talk to my own customers is I want to represent myself as an expert, a professional, and I want to conduct myself in that manner.
Yep.
So, and I teach them this also is that each in my opinion, I think everyone needs to look at themselves as their own business.
Yep.
Now, you work for a company.
Yes, right here, City Service Paving.
Oh, okay. You want to tell us? I was going to say, you don't have to tell.
No, yeah, not a problem.
Okay.
Not.
So, thumbs up, City Service Paving. Where are they based out of?
Placentia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we're local.
Yeah, real local.
You represent certain unique talents. Everything has its pros and cons. It's trade-offs. So I think that people should work to develop themselves first, because everywhere you go, there you are.
Yeah, it's the representation of yourself.
Exactly. So whether you work for yourself or work for a company, you represent a unique set of benefits that can benefit wherever you go.
Yep.
So whether they end up in the detailing world or not, I try to teach them what I call life skills.
Gotcha.
And that a lot has to do with presentation, how you talk. So as a 20-year-old, you are ahead of the loop. And I asked him, I said, okay, did you just take this upon yourself, or can we give mom and dad's a thumbs up?
It's all to the parents.
How do you like that, kids? So as a parent myself, and actually I have children that are older than Jordan here, so as a parent myself, I can only hope that my kids are saying the same thing. It's like, I've got to give it to mom and dad, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so you bought used, you were smart that way. Now, you found me online, correct?
Correct.
Now, this is where guys starting out, you likely will not have the budget to get a website. I'm going to make a video on that, because that is a whole can of worms. Guys, they unfortunately, like a lot of areas of life, they are so ignorant when it comes to the whole internet and building a website that they don't even know the right questions to ask. And so they get led by the nose by someone who just wants their money.
Mm-hmm.
I've spent 6 years building my websites, learning how to build them. Anyhow, so you found me online.
Yes, sir.
And you said you looked at approximately 10 websites.
Yeah, 10 to 15 websites, different websites.
So, and I kind of quizzed you about this prior to this moment.
Yeah.
What went through your head as you're looking at them, and ultimately, why did you end up calling me?
Just going through the different websites, of course, naturally I wanted to get the best deal as well as quality service. So what I looked for first was, the local car wash shops that my buddies take their cars to, that I know my buddies' parents have taken their cars to, and it's a good job. But, I wanted something a little more than a good job. I wanted something to get me to that level of showroom condition where I could just maintain it at that level. So when I came upon Darren's website here, immediately, first the picture of the car in the front, and I think it was an M6, I'm pretty sure, looked completely perfect. Great detail done. So that, as well as the reviews on the side of the website, just really got me excited, and I wanted to see what kind of work he had.
Perfect. So you said you actually did 2 searches. Your first search was, is that your buddy?
No, that's my sister.
Oh, there seems to be a theme in the family.
Yeah, there you go.
Sister just pulled up in another silver 5 Series.
530.
Oh, 530.
Yeah.
Okay, they made various models, 530, 540.
525.
Yeah. So there's a theme in this household. So you actually did 2 searches. One was best car wash OC.
Yes.
See, that's something that a lot of you guys don't understand, is that you're going to build a website and you're going to use your business name as the URL. You'll notice that if you go to my site, it doesn't say Auto Fetish Detail. It actually says expertmobilecardetailing.com.
Yep.
Because that's how you optimize your URL for search engines. Just one sliver of the strategy, overall strategy that has to go into it.
Yep.
So you decided and I did populate, because Google knows where you live, and it populates car washes
all
in the area.
Yeah.
And you said I came up on the first page on that one.
First page, one of the maybe 3rd or 4th entries down.
Which I'm surprised, because I do not optimize my page for washing, because I don't do mobile washing only.
Yeah.
Then your next search, hi sister.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Your next search was best mobile detail OC.
Yes.
OC stands for Orange County, if you're not familiar with California.
Yep.
So I actually don't optimize for that exact search term, but I do optimize for things like it.
Yeah.
Like mobile detailing Orange County, car detailing Orange County. but you said I came up on the first page on that one
Yeah,
also.
that's one. Yeah.
Okay, and that's where SEO comes in, search engine optimization, so I can be found by people like Jordan here.
Yep.
Let's see, we've discussed the phone conversation. Okay, on the phone, I asked you pretty extensive questions.
Yeah, definitely.
And I was doing that because I don't have the privilege of seeing your car.
Yep.
So I asked you, as I said, the make, the model, the color. Why are you getting it detailed? You said you'd recently just bought it, so you want to raise it to a new level so that you can maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a very common theme. And to answer one of my viewers' questions is, they got all spun out because Johnny customer did call them back.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my gosh, did I do a bad job? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably the guy just wanted you to do the grunt work or the hard work or the work that he can't do so that he can maintain it. And what did I offer to you? I offered to say, hey, you can hang around, you can ask me anything you want.
That's what I wanted.
You want to maintain it.
Yep.
But you know that you lack a certain skill set and knowledge of products to get it to that point where you can maintain it.
Yep.
So I told Jordan, it's like, hey, ask me whatever you want. And in fact, I'm going to make another part to this video, and Jordan's going to ask me questions specifically of how to take care of this car. Now, the simple answer will be watch my YouTube channel and my website, because it's very comprehensive and it will teach you a lot. But I wanted to get in his mind and have him tell me what's going through his mind, because everyone's different, just as I know you guys are. Okay, so let's see. So up to this point, and as I've said, you haven't seen the finished product, so you don't know if you're going to be excited, pleased, or a little disappointed. And I want that information. And that's something most guys will not have the balls, let's just call it that. Will not have the courage to do, is to ask their customer, whether it's in the moment or a day later, and call and say, hey, I just want to follow up.
Be happy.
What was your impression of the service? Did I perform as expected? Did I meet your expectations? And that's why I talk so extensively about managing expectations. That's why you and I went around your car.
Examine
I
what
knew
needed to be done.
Exactly. Examine what needed to be done. And I told you, I said, based on this car, the interior needed more work.
Yes.
And that you are working with a budget, and I can work within that budget, and I can get a lot of work done in a short period of time, and that's where experience comes in. So I told him that sometimes people have to break it down into stages. So let's focus on what really needs the attention. I discussed that with him. I talked about cleaning the face of the wheels instead of trying to detail out the inside of the wheels. He was okay with that. We talked also about the trunk.
Yep.
I opened up the trunk, and it's like, whoa, okay, I could spend 40 minutes on this trunk. Do you want me to spend 40 minutes on the trunk?
Hit the interior.
Exactly. Hit the interior, because that's where you're driving, and that's more important. Every person will value something differently. That's where you've got to dig in and ask those questions so that you can perform to their expectations. That's part of managing their expectations. If I don't know what your expectations are, how can I possibly manage them? How can I possibly deliver on them? Okay, so anything you want to add at this point?
I think you pretty much covered everything.
Okay.
Let's see the finished product.
Yeah, so I told Jordan I told him about my YouTube channel, my website, so I want to just tell him thank you, because most customers, when I ask them just for a still picture, they go into freak out mode. It's like, oh no, never mind, you're going to be on, and I'm going to actually give this to you, and you can review it first.
Yeah, not a problem.
You've conducted yourself. I can tell the camera likes you. You conducted yourself very well. So, but I will let you preview it first before I air it to the world. Anyhow, so we're back. Let's see. I'm trying to do the math as to what time.
1 o'clock-ish, 12:45 is probably when you got here.
Oh, that's right. I think we agreed on 12:45. We did some initial talking. Of course, we had some time for the video. Do you know what time it is?
Yes, I do. Let's check real quick. 5:03.
Okay. Man, so a little over 4 hours?
4 hours, a little bit of talking in between.
Yeah, so we'll deduct some time for the talking. And when I saw this interior, and I know I didn't take you for a grand tour, I knew that that was going to be roughly a 2-hour moment just for the interior based on how dirty it was. And that's what's the problem about videos is if I do a before and after, it's pretty anticlimactic because you just can't appreciate how dirty something is
Very
until
true.
you're right there.
True.
It's like Hollywood magic. You
It
know?
is, really
you see
is.
these stars
It's so
out in the
nice.
real world, and you're like, whoa!
Yeah.
Where's that one
Yeah.
face that I saw in that movie?
Yep.
Same holds true with cars. So you essentially have watched me probably 90% of the start to finish the whole
Yep.
process.
Hanging out.
So for my viewers, did you learn something? Was it a revelation at some level? Any feedback?
Oh, so to start, you know, I couldn't even believe once he started pointing out these little things. Look at this, look at this. My car was truly very dirty. And then throughout the whole process, you could just, like he said, video doesn't do justice. It's a complete change. I can't even, it's like a brand new car now. So what I really learned is, you know, detail is everything. And that's what the auto fetish detail provides. It's just, you know, you can't get any better. It's perfect detail. Pay attention to every little crack, every little crevice, every dust particle. Covered it all.
So would you say after this experience that now you have what I call a more trained, discerning eye?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And now you can interpret the details and
Mhm.
understand, and it's not just about your car.
Yeah.
To me, everything in life, it can be reduced down to it is truly all about the details.
Yep.
Whether you're going to McDonald's, Starbucks, a 5-star hotel like the Wynn in Vegas or the Bellagio, because to me, it's all about the details coming together, and your eye may not be able to interpret exactly what you're looking at, but you know when you see it.
Oh yeah.
And now when you look at your car,
As a whole, it's completely different.
as I was telling my wife, because my wife called when I was working, and she goes, "Oh, so what's taking so long?" And I said, "Well, it was a nice car, but you look at it and you say, oh, cool car, it's a Beamer, it's an M series. Now you look at it, it's like, whoa, now you have to look, because it's like, wow, that thing is clean." So that's the difference. And a person may not be able to look at and say exactly everything that's going on. They just know that they recognize this is different, this is special, and I can't help but look.
Definitely.
So that's what my goal is as a detailer, is to make that wow factor where it now just pops.
Definitely.
So let's take people in. And once again, I realize I didn't take you guys for a grand tour prior. So I did show you if you watch the second part of this video, I did show the cleaning of the door panel. But we have the interior. It's got this cool embossed look. And Jordan, I think you said it was an ostrich type of look.
Yeah, ostrich interior.
Yeah, very cool. The center panel of the seats have that. It's really in great shape. Now the interior just pops at you. You're like, okay, this is what it should be. Here we can go in the back. Same deal. And when you start breaking it down area by area, the seat, the side of the seat, the back of the front seat, in between the headrest and the back seat here, you start realizing it's like, wow, okay, there really is a lot of detail work. So once again, the details will make or break you if you can get them. People can really appreciate the difference. And Jordan here was kind enough to go on video, go on record for you guys. Required more time on our part. Jordan was able to ask questions, learn some tips along the way that he can now use to maintain his sweet ride. I'll pull back. So now this, and it's a little anticlimactic because we're in the low lighting. It's the sun is beginning to set. So a lot of cars are going to look great in this lighting. This one certainly does. And it's got a nice healthy shine to it, and the inside looks fabulous, and Jordan will be styling in his newly detailed ride.